Hello class, I just want to take the time to say thank you for listening to my speech and learning a little bit about me. My name is Jillian Quillen and I am a senior speech pathology major. I also have a minor in Spanish. It was originally going to be a double major, but my sophomore year of college my grandmother was diagnosed with dementia and I saw how much therapy helped her, so that's what I decided I wanted to do. So I hopefully will be working in a nursing home once I graduate with a master's of speech pathology. But I want to introduce you to my family as well. I have one older brother, John Charles. We call him JC, though his name sounds like he should be really regal or something. And then my mother and father, who live in Hagerstown, Indiana. It's a very small town in east central Indiana. So I grew up with that small town vibe. There's like 2,000 people. But my parents are both from Indianapolis in bigger towns, so they grew up a lot differently than me. Their fathers were both the main breadwinners for their family, but after they entered elementary school, their mothers both went back to work, one as a school nurse and one as an advertising artist for Blocks, which is kind of like what Macy's is today. My family is always considered very typical, so it was really hard to figure out what really is my family. We always go to my grandmother's on Thanksgiving and we have turkey and chicken and noodles because that was the only thing I would eat as a child. On Easter we have Easter egg hunts and typical stuff, barbecues on July 4th. We have a few quirks, like on Easter, instead of having candy in our Easter eggs, we have lottery tickets. Maybe that side has a little bit of a gambling addiction. I don't know. Just kidding about that. But when thinking about what represents my family, I came up with this flower container. I actually have the whole set of them here. They're originally from my grandmother's house. And you might be questioning, what does a flower container have to do with somebody's family values? And I will tell you. To me, this flower container shows how we welcome anyone into our home. I have a particular attachment to it because I would spend at least 2 weeks with my grandmother in the summer and 1 week in the winter and several times in between them, and we would always bake. And I kind of screwed everything else up when I was little, so I always got to be the flower measuring girl, and I loved opening this because it makes such a fun sound when you close it. It gets flour all over the place when you do it though. As with this flour, though, we always bake brownies or cookies, and there are always cups of green Kool-Aid at my grandmother's. And what this represents to me is inviting everyone into your home, welcoming them, making sure they feel at home and they're comfortable. And this is a strong family value. My mother does it, my other grandmother does it. And it might seem insignificant that when a guest arrives, you are warm and friendly and have something for them to eat because they might be hungry or they might be thirsty. But to me, it represents making them feel comfortable, because a lot of people would show up at our house who were down on their luck, like maybe they just got a divorce or they are having trouble finding a job, so they would stay in our house for a few weeks. And the same thing with my grandmother's. My grandmother's house, I've never been at her house for a full day without somebody knocking on her door and wanting to have a conversation with her and just sit and chat. So I always thought, wow, when I grow up, I want my home to be this welcoming and friendly and the gathering spot of all my friends, or not even friends, just people I know, so that they have a place to go when they're down. What I plan to do with this flower container is to probably design my future kitchen around it, even though it's beat up, so that I can be reminded to always be warm and welcoming to other people. And I hope that one day when I have children, I can tell them the stories about their great-grandmother and their mother, and that they'll learn the same values as I did. Again, thank you for listening to my speech, and I hope you all have a great day.